Taking your audience questions, any questions you have for us, leave a voicemail, 219-2-DAVID-P, say it's an audience question, or email us through our website, davidpakman.com. Ruben wrote to me, Lewis, and he said, who do you think will win UFC 168, Silva or Weidman? I don't really follow Ultimate Fighting. I actually think that it is not a particularly interesting sport to me, although people who like it tell me I need to understand that these guys are incredibly highly trained and they're using every ounce of energy in their body, and I can appreciate that. I just am not that interested by it. However, Lewis does follow UFC. Lewis, I know UFC 168 is coming up later on this month. What's going on? Do you know anything about this match?
To be honest, I haven't really been following for a while. I am very familiar with Silva, of course, but he's been a champ for a long time, so he's one of the more popular guys. I don't know much about the other guy, so I can't really make any predictions about the fight.
Very good. You know what, Lewis? I remember, to me, the epitome, the microcosm of Ultimate Fighting took place about 1.5 or 2 years ago, Lewis, maybe even longer. We went to a bar that you used to frequent when there were UFC fights because they had the fights on for free rather than just watching it with a handful of people paying pay-per-view. You go there, have a couple drinks, and they had this video game. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Punch Something, where there is a punching bag, and the idea of the video game is to punch it as hard as you can, and it measures the impact of your punch. The combination of UFC on the TVs, plus that game, plus people drinking, was obviously going to lead to trouble. And case in point, about 30 minutes into the actual fights, people playing the game drunk started fighting with each other. Police showed up. And to me, it was so funny because what would you expect to happen with that trifecta? It seemed obvious.
Yeah, and shortly thereafter, they removed that game from the establishment. Of course, you're going to have people like that who are fans, but
yeah,
there are plenty of fans that are perfectly well behaved.
Obviously, most UFC fans are not going to themselves get into fights because the fights are on TV. It's one of these things where there are people that are predisposed to try to agitate, and it seems that alcohol plus a punching game plus fights on TV is kind of the perfect recipe for agitating real life fights. So in any case, I'm going with Silva, Lewis. What the hell do I know? I'm going with Silva, UFC 168. We'll see what happens. Keep the questions coming. We'll keep answering them.